Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, very excited, I'm sharing with you four PNP draw details and something really special in this. So what are the details? I'll share everything with you, but before that, a small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. Please press the bell icon so this video comes to you immediately when we upload. If you are an aspirant of coming to Canada or your file is going on for Canadian immigration, my friend, this is the channel you need to subscribe on to. So without further delay, let's move on to a very special thing, which is 4 PNP draws. And you may say, oh yeah, that's normal. No. 4 PNP draws by one province in just 2 days. 4 PNP draws by one single province. And what is that province? Can you guess? It is the same province where I live, Ontario. Who else? So Ontario PNP draw. And Ontario, I always say, is the king in PNP. It will remain the king in PNP, and it is always the king in PNP. So Ontario, if you compare with other provinces, is far ahead in terms of PNP. In just 2 days, and this is the data, very important, 2 days, approximately more than 5,000 people are called. More than 5,000 people are called in just 2 days. So let me tell you a very important concept, a concept of NOI and EOI. So NOI is you have a profile in, for example, in a marriage website called maybe say shadi.com or something like that. You have a profile there, and in that profile you do nothing. You just make a profile and you get a marriage proposal upfront. That is called notification of interest. You did nothing, you just made profile. So same is the case, you made a profile in Express Entry and you got notification, NOI, notification of interest. That is called notification of interest. The other thing is, if you go and seek the match, that is called expression of interest. You go and find the match, that is expression of interest. So with that important concept information, let us move on to the draw. This draw is done in the category called HCP, Human Capital Priority Stream. Now, I am sharing with you a very important news that this is the biggest HCP draw of 2023. All this information which I am sharing with you, you won't find it anywhere, particularly on those TikToks. They just point the finger and that's all. They do nothing. They can't file your case. So this data, they don't have it. That's why I'm sharing this information with you. So now with that, OINP is basically, where is HCP falling? People will say, oh, there is a draw, there is a draw. But which category? So OINP basically is divided into 3 categories. So one is called Express Entry Linked, the other one is called the Expression of Interest, and the last is Entrepreneur Stream. So these are the 3 broad categories. First, I am going to talk about Express Entry Linked. In Express Entry Linked, it is further subdivided into 3 categories. Those 3 categories are Human Capital Priority Stream, Ontario Skilled Trade, and French Speaking Skilled Worker. So this is where the draw happened, Human Capital Priority Stream. Under this category, you have tech category, you have healthcare category. So I hope this is clear now where draw happened. So under HCP, you need to have, it is mandatory, must have, that you have a profile in Express Entry. If you do not have a profile in Express Entry, you will never get notification of interest. You will not get a marriage proposal automatically, which is notification of interest. You need to have a profile. So now with that, let's move on to the draw. The draw from the government website, the information is here in front of you. Sometimes it is not difficult to read from these numbers. So I am presenting the same thing in the analysis form. The draw happened on August 16th and total 2,835 people were called. CRS score was 473. That was a cutoff, and profiles created were August 16, 2022 to 2023. So with that, let's see I am also sharing with you the process of notification of interest. So your notification of interest comes into your express entry profile. So express entry profile will get notification of interest. Then you go into the Ontario portal. Ontario portal, go e-filing and you complete your application. After you complete your application, you will get nomination. After the nomination, you accept the nomination in the federal and you will get 600 points. So this is the overall process. Now with that, let's move on to the snapshot. A snapshot tells you how many people are invited. So far, 2023. In 2023, before I tell you that, a request once again. Please subscribe to the channel. And coming back to the data, 12,395 people were invited. One category, just one category, Ontario has invited 12,395 people. Date by date, category by category, all data right in front of you. So now let's see the second part. The second part is where expression of interest happens. Expression of interest is you go and express the interest. For this, express entry profile is not required. And expression of interest, there is a category called employer job offer. Under this, there are 3 categories, and also I wanted to share with you, this is again the biggest draw of 2023 under the foreign skilled worker category. So Ontario PNP, as I have already told you, 3 categories we are going to talk about in this expression of interest. Under expression of interest, there are further 2 categories, graduate stream and employer job offer. Graduate stream we are not going to talk because this is for masters and PhD. So draw happened under employer job offer. Employer job offer, there are 3 categories and draw was done in all the 3 categories. So in the foreign worker stream, international student stream, and the third one is in demand skills. All the 3 categories the draw happened. So I will take one by one each category. So foreign worker stream. Foreign worker stream category, before I tell you the categories, I always see there are some challenges which people come across. These challenges are because employer job offer, not only you need to meet certain requirements, employer also need to meet some requirements. So those requirements sometimes employers are not able to meet. So even if you qualify, employer won't be able to qualify. So this is one problem. The second problem is that employer need to provide the documentation. They need to fill the form and they are reluctant to do that. Plus employer need to provide the information. They need to share their data. They are uncomfortable and most of the time they are uncooperative also. So this is the problem with employer job offer. Otherwise, this is beautiful stream, but this is a problem I have seen during my practice. I have seen these problems coming up. So now let's move on to the draw, employer job offer, foreign worker stream, and here is the government information in front of you. Same information in the form of analysis. So August 15 the draw happened. It was in 2 parts. Total 1506 people were invited, 375 under skilled trade category and 30 and above was the score. It is not CRS score, remember. 1131 health and tech sector people, 46 was the score, and as I said, this is not CRS score, this is Ontario's own matrix. So with that information, now let's look at the snapshot. So with that snapshot, you can see 4,418 people are invited under this category. So date by date, draw by draw, all the information right in front of you. Let us move into the second part of the employer job offer, which is another draw, employer job offer international student stream. International student stream from the government website, here is the information. Same information in the form of analysis, international student stream, and here is the information. August 15 the draw happened. It was in two parts. 853 candidates were invited and 408 skilled and 445 also skilled trade. So 61 and above was the score. Again, this is not CRS score, and this is Ontario's own matrix. So with that information, let us see what is the snapshot of international student stream. So international student stream, the total number of people were called were around close to 3,000. Here is the information, 2,963 people. So let us move on to the third stream, which is in-demand skills. So in-demand skills, the draw happened also on 15th August, and here is the information in form of analysis. So 15th August the draw happened, 256 people were invited, 23 and above. So when something is in demand, even if your score is less, you go still. So 23 was the score, and this is not CRS, this is Ontario's own matrix. So this is all. With that, we come to the snapshot, and snapshot will tell you 807 people are invited under the in-demand skills category. So I always say one important thing, your case is different. It's not same. If somebody is moving to Nova Scotia, somebody is moving to Prince Edward Island, somebody is moving to Alberta, don't copy them. You can get PR here in Canada, in Ontario itself. So, but you need to follow certain things. So if you follow that, the PR within Ontario is not difficult. Don't follow your friends, don't follow your colleagues that they are also going to Nova Scotia, I will also go. It's not easy. It's not easy for everyone to go to Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island or Alberta just for the sake of PR. It's not easy because you have ties here in Ontario. You may have a leased house, you may have a car, you may have a job, you may have friends here. It's not easy to move. So think before moving. If you need to discuss your case with us, more than welcome. Please book an appointment for that. And our office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID and phone number. Everything is shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed, please do consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.